Scarpa getting warm applause as he jogged across to take this. Out by Bruno Fernandes, and then by Anthony. Anthony. Anthony was trying to engineer a free kick and ends up giving one away.
Just a bit slow to get to that Weghorst, couldn't quite shorten his stride. Otherwise he easily gets a strike away. It was great work from him there. It's that big languid style in McKenna. A little slow to get to.
Eriksson. Rashford. Anthony. Bruno Fernandes. Eriksson. Anthony. Casemiro. Nottingham Forest to become harder to beat as the season's remain the third lowest scorers in the league and with the second most generous defence. They've got 8 games at home unbeaten. City ground has been where their strength has been most evident. And the travels rather fragile. At least at Old Trafford just after Christmas, where they didn't lay a glove on Manchester United, beaten 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, Forest had a decent spell midway through that first half, played some good stuff. Well deserving of being 2-0, probably should have been 3 with the Anthony chance that had he left it he would have scored. So it is an uphill task for sure.
Marcus stamped his mark on Manchester United.
And I would hasten to add, not just on the field, in the club. But, I mean, there's no doubt who it makes, certainly when we're talking about playing staff, who makes the last call. And that was dealt with. And I think it sent a message to all of the players. I mean, Rashford at Wolves, being left on the bench after being late for a meeting. Whether you agree with these disciplinary things or not, it's putting a marker there.
Martinez. Rashford. Malacia. And it's met rather awkwardly by Bruno Fernandes.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say that Forest, the pitch is not probably one of the best of the elite teams. It's on the half volley. This one is always a difficult one.
De Gea. Brennan Johnson. And hooked away in the nick of time by Lindelof.
Oh, that's good defending from Victor Lindelof. I thought he was going to dangle a leg in here and give something away. Danilo wins the second ball, then Gibbs White knocks it on. Just gets his body in, doesn't he? Gets it across Brennan Johnson.
Renan Lodi. Scarpa. Aurier. Danilo.
Picking up a couple of second balls quite high up the field here and some scraps, but I thought the crowd shouted shoot there. It was more of a back pass, wasn't it, really, quite frankly. A bit of a scuffer, as they say.
Lindelof. To Martinez. A watching brief. Eriksson. Goalkeeper was rooted. Casemiro. Rashford finding Anthony. Back to Rashford. Comfortable height for Hennessy.
I just feel like United can at any moment just end this game. And no surprise that technique is almost perfect from the Dane. Such a gifted footballer, isn't he?
Serge Aurier is the Forest man down. We've talked about Nottingham Forest being back in the Premier League for the first time in an awfully long time, just under a quarter of a century. You better than most would understand the feeling for the club and the game in this city, of your global property portfolio empire. It's located not too far from the City ground.
About a mile, yes, I have a home about a mile from the City ground. Never been called a global property empire.
Do you have homes in more than one country, Craig?
Yes.
Answer. Danilo. Gibbs White. Scarpa. Anthony was angered by that. There was contact to his head. Gibbs White. Rashford's taken a blow too.
Just a flailing arm. Foiler. Caught him in the ribs. Too bad.
And the management team, Gareth Southgate, and on the right, Steve Holland. Director's box seems pretty full tonight, Craig. The number of people we've seen sitting there in the VIP seats.
Yeah, well, Man United are playing, you know, a big story.
Anthony.
Roberto Martinez in there, arguably the luckiest manager in football at the moment, I'd say. You know, getting the Portugal job off the back of the debacle with Belgium in the end, and it was a debacle. Any man that thought he could start and captain Eden Hazard.
Came off Worrell, 1 or 2 inquiries about a potential handball.
Put a little bit of skill here. Bruno Fernandes, Worrell just put it off the chest, put the arms away.
Rashford took that one to the chest.
Sensible here.
He's going off, having left this as his calling card tonight, just 6 minutes in.
Yeah, it was a terrific run, but you can't allow him that time and space, can you? Not a man in his form, and that has been the catalyst so far for United's commanding performance and commanding 2-0 lead.
18-year-old Argentine Alejandro Garnacho comes on. Eriksson. Anthony. Bruno Fernandes. Beautifully picked out.
It's a brilliant ball from Martinez here. Sees the run from Fernandes from out to end, and beautifully floated ball. I think he was trying to play that back across for Weghorst. I'm surprised he didn't. Difficult skill, but surprised he didn't try and get it on target where he was.
Danilo's first start in Nottingham Forest's colours, replaced by Jack Colback.
Well, they're not dead yet in this tie, but it's close. It's very close for his trips.
Gibbs-White. Nottingham Forest win it back. Morgan Gibbs-White is pretty close to pulling one back.
Well, we need a bit more of that, don't we? And I'm not talking about the finish, I'm talking about the work rate, the tenacity, the ability to win it back. And not for the first time tonight, Casemiro's had the ball ripped away from his possession in pretty dangerous areas, and both times have been from that man. But again, it's just the end product.
Surridge. Garnacho's first touch, now his second. Good play. Up. Oliver, one of England's 2 refereeing representatives at the World Cup.
One of the best, certainly in England for me. you. Yes, it is a low bar. In many countries it is a low bar, John.
Does the return of Howard Webb to English shores potentially raise that bar over time?
Is he donning the black attire again and the referee? I don't know. Who was the guy before again?
Michael Riley.
Yeah, I didn't think he did a particularly good job, to be honest.
Howls from the Forest fans. And Johnson down.
So just getting tight on it there as the ball comes in from Aurier. Takes a little bit of a smidge of the ball and a lot of the Achilles.
And then by Loddy to win it for Colback, and now Aurier. Recovered Johnson. Aurier. Scarpa. Blocked behind by Wan-Bissaka.
Just looking at the back post here again, he goes with the side foot. Tries to go for precision, guides it. Don't think it's going to be quite on target, but he's certainly heading towards that back post.
So 2/3 of the way through the first leg.
I was just going to mention Lingard, John. It's not, yeah, I know the move. How's it going? Finds himself on the bench, hasn't really made any impact. I don't know. Seemed to resurrect his career in that move to West Ham, that loan move. But it seems to have just gone back to where it was again. Stalled.
Not helped by recent injuries as well. The changing of the Forest guard. Emmanuel Dennis on for Sam Surridge. Lingard replacing Gustavo Scarpa. Jesse Lingard on to face the club, with which he spent 22 years all told. Boy and then man. Left in somewhat acrimonious circumstances. Garnacho. Eriksson. And just beyond the reach of Weghorst.
Yeah, he made a really aggressive run into the box. As soon as he picks it up here, Garnacho was going to let this one out for a corner. Kicked it to play. As soon as Eriksson gets it, look at Weghorst. He was complaining that McKenna was trying to hold him back. Not a lot in it.
Lodi. Lingard. Colback. Gibbs White. Freuler. Back to Worrell.
Forrest are trying to keep 3 up now. Got Lingard on the left here, Dennis and Brennan Johnson on the right is trying to keep this back 4 pinned as far back as they can. See if they can get themselves back in this game.
Anthony. Ericsson. Behind by Lodi.
A lot to do here. You can see Fernandez just locking behind, not enough in the cross from Ericsson. Simple defensive header from Lodi.
Ericsson.
A lot to do, has he really? Plays again.
Chris Wood watching on. Recently arrived on loan from Newcastle, but cup-tied. Unable to represent Forest tonight.
Yeah, but if he needs any recommendations for a few good pubs and that, I could help him out. I'm not buying, but
it's that knowledge gleaned from having a global property portfolio.
there's not many in Nottingham I've not frequented. 1 or 2. That was many moons ago, John. These are changed days.
Yes. The natural follow-up question would be, how many of those premises are you actually allowed still to enter?
Yeah, I'm not sure is the answer.
Anthony. Casemiro. Johnson. Lingard. Messi escapes and locates Weghorst. Sweeps it on to Anthony. Bruno Fernandes. Directing Ericsson wide of him. Martinez, a late arrival. Weghorst loaded in with Lindelof. Aurier. Dennis. Over his chest.
There was certainly nothing wrong with the challenge on Dennis. It was just over elaboration from him. Beat the first man, beat the second man, and was not beating the third man, which was Martinez.
Substitution for Manchester United, 14, Christian Eriksen, replaced by number 17 in front.
Double substitution from Manchester United. Ericsson gets a little rest. He required against Reading in the FA Cup on Saturday, and then possibly for the second leg of this at Old Trafford next Wednesday. And Facundo Pellistri, the young Uruguayan, seemed to have to wait an age for his debut. Came on in a recent cup tie at Old Trafford and did very well. History for Anthony and Fred for Ericsson.
It was a good old stroll for Ericsson, wasn't it? If you give that man time and space, he'll just play passes for fun.
Gibbs-White is down for Forest.
It just gives me the chance to say I was talking to my little grandson yesterday, Luca, who's a huge Forest. I know you're saying you're too young to be a granddad. He said it was going to be 2-1, but I think he went to Forest. He's a huge Forest fan. My son lives in the league games. They have a season book. He's very excited about this game, but I don't think he's going to be enjoying what he's seen so far, because United have been dominant. I said I'd give him a bench.
Is that it? You done?
I'm done. I'm done with all the soapy stuff.
Shows that you are getting old. You never used to even countenance the soppy stuff at one stage. Lewis O'Brien coming on for Morgan Gibbs-White, and Nico Williams, the Welshman, for Renan Lodi.
There'll be some United fans somewhere who will be sitting there now saying I shouldn't be doing this game because my grandson's a Forest fan. It's a conflict of interest.
It's a very good point, Craig. It's very good point.
But such is the paranoia these days, and hysteria.
I mean, you've shown your favouritism to Manchester United before, not least with that back pass in an FA Cup semi-final, for which David Beckham is still grateful.
He's made millions off that. Trillions.
Pelistri. Casemiro. Garnacho. To Fred. Aurier. Dennis. Williams on the charge near side. Must have got 3 in the box. It's in towards Johnson and Lingard, and it was Lingard that got the headed touch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Johnson's got to give him a call there. He's behind him. He's coming on to the ball. Lingard's backing off. It's a little bit of a floated ball, then there's not a lot of pace on it, so it's going to be a difficult header anyway. But Johnson was, I think, a little bit more communication there. I think both semi-finals, and I know you did the first leg of yesterday's, they're kind of going the way we thought they were, with Newcastle taking a lead back to St James's Park. That should have been more than it is. They were a little wasteful, particularly Joe Linton, who did get the goal. And United here are really in total control. And again, could easily have found themselves with more than 2. So, barring a big sea change, it's hard to see this going any other way.
Unai Emery also managed to locate a seat in a packed director's box.
It's had a good start, hasn't it, Bill? 5 from 7, is it? Something like that.
A positive impression and a new manager uplift.
Yeah, I mean, Villa got themselves a good coach in. Guess what? Doing a bit better. United got themselves a very good coach in. Guess what? They've had an upturn. I mean, seriously. I mean, I know he was interim manager, but Ralph Rangnick, what the hell did that man do? Seriously, it was a shambles.
Pelistri. Fred. Saka. Casemiro. Manchester United 5 times winners of the League Cup. Only Liverpool and Manchester City have won it more often. Only Liverpool have played in more finals. And only Liverpool have reached more semi-finals. And it is Manchester United's 3rd semi in the last 4 seasons in this competition. 2020 and 2021 they were beaten by Manchester City. The last 2 games, late goals have been costly. Say in the 91st minute with that terrific free kick at Crystal Palace. And of course Eddie Nketiah at Arsenal at the weekend, so Manchester United need to see this through.
29,325. Thank you for your support.
Full house confirmed inside the City ground. O'Brien. John McGovern, the man who lifted the European Cup for Nottingham Forest, now a club ambassador, and Gary Birtles, also part of that greatest of all Forest lineups. Pillistri. Was able to challenge for it but not meet it cleanly.
Yeah, love the diagonal ball here. Behind to Pillistri. Quick shift to the feet. There it's there for Vegas to attack. That's his bread and butter. Worrell's touch tight to him, so he's making it difficult for him. Decent defending, actually. Make sure he doesn't get a free header. It's going to be an interesting position for Ten Hag going forward. Be the summer before we see what cards they're going to really play. We've been talking about it like a lot of people on the FC show. Harry Kane. John, people say Ten Hag wants pace up there, but yeah, we're looking at players that might be available in the summer. Kane's got 12 months left as we see this challenge and a bad fall from a bad landing by Aurier. You've got to feel United, Kane, those goals, what he would bring to the team. I think it'd be a good fit. I really do.
And what about Marcus Rashford? 18 months of his deal to go, and reportedly Paris Saint-Germain showing interest.
Yeah, that's been rumoured for quite a little while. I would be inclined to stay where I am. I mean, they're on an upward trajectory at the moment. They will spend in the summer for sure. They won't do anything. They haven't done anything daft in this window. It's everything, you know, the Veghorst is a short-term thing. And I think they'll be back in the summer. He'll be back in the summer. So yeah, I think Rashford, I could see Rashford staying for sure. But yeah, who knows? Really.
So you've just undermined everything you've just lucidly explained.
Why?
By saying who knows at the end.
Well, you know, you never know if a player wants to see a contract down or get into a game of bluff with a club over transfer fees. You can never really answer that question. It has to come from within. It's certainly, you know, a much more positive place to be at United and playing at United now since Ten Hag came in than it has been for a fair wee while. Even when Solskjaer was in charge and he took the second, you know, I don't think, most of us never really believed that had longevity. But Kane records at Tottenham. I'm sorry. I don't know. If I was him, I'm moving. Cocktail jump shot. Trust me. That's going to happen there.
O'Brien. There goes Wan-Bissaka, Manchester United free kick.
So at this point, normally I would say, well, this is not really Forest battle, is it? Really, this is the kind of 2-0 down, not looking like even getting one back at the moment. And away like to come at Old Trafford, where, as you mentioned, not too long ago they got a bit of a spanking. But in a decent position in the league, they're just gradually grinding away with some points here and there, taking themselves up the table, but it's certainly far from over in terms of trying to survive in the Premier League, which of course they are trying to do. How many years out was it? 20, 25?
23.
23.
Coverage of those second legs of the Carabao Cup semi-finals coming up on ESPN Plus next week. 3 p.m. Eastern starts for Newcastle Southampton on Tuesday and Manchester United against Nottingham Forest on Wednesday. And then exclusive coverage of the final from Wembley Stadium in northwest London on February the 26th. A little nibble there by Police Street.
Yeah, just needs to calm down a little bit. Gave the ball away there, actually. That's what got Forest into this position initially, and then as Nico Williams picked it up, he's rashly made a challenge. It was close. Nico Williams in a good position, close to being in the box. The challenge happens about a yard outside, just there. But it was extremely close. The young man.
First appearance of Michael Oliver's yellow card. The young Uruguayan. And a potential platform for Nottingham Forest. They need something better than a 2-0 home defeat to take to Old Trafford in a week's time. Nico Williams. Out by Wan-Bissaka. Garnacho.
I mean, how many times do we see players, experienced players, Jack Colback's been around a while, giving free kicks away? You know players are going to look for free kicks. They don't get tight, don't get your hands on them. You're just giving away cheap possession, and you've got a little bit of pressure on.
Anthony Elanga is coming on in place of Wout Weghorst, who tonight scored his first Manchester United goal. Comes on the back for a Dutch player from a Dutch head coach.
Just brings him something different, doesn't he? You know, got a decent touch actually for a big fella. And
as he showed at the World Cup.
Yeah, with that unbelievable free kick that he scored from.
Outrageous.
And he was under pressure. He's actually, people forget, he had a defender right on him when he spun it and put that in the net. But not only has he held it up, he's played a few decent passes as well. And he's got himself a goal.
Hoisted by Lingard. There's Dennis on the run, marshalled by Lindelof. Winning a throw. Most of the noise is from the visiting supporters. 4,000 in number. And the crowd confirmed as 29,325. Johnson. Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro. Manchester United's next engagement, an FA Cup tie at home to Reading on Saturday. You can see that with us live here on ESPN+. Nottingham Forest were knocked out of the Cup in the third round by Blackpool of the Championship, so they have a weekend off. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Pelistri. And Hennessy at the second, possibly third attempt, clings on.
Sergio Aurier is thinking he's Johan Cruyff right outside his own box, giving it away. The young man can sniff a goal there. He's absolutely right to try and go for it. But Hennessy was out, managed to smother it.
Pelistri. Williams did pretty well. Bruno Fernandes! That does it. A 3-goal away win for Manchester United should make the home leg of this semi-final a formality.
Well, he got his just rewards in the end, John. He played a beautiful little ball through for Pelistri 10 seconds before this, but when it drops out to the edge of the box, he's on the end of it. Just need these fans to stay where they should be. Watch this for a beautiful little ball. Threads it through the eye of the needle, and then he backs it up. As Elanga flicks it out to him once he's coming onto it. That's it. Technique. Absolutely brilliant. Knee over the ball, head down. Make sure you hit the target. Good challenge there by Rounds, actually. But yeah, this is extremely professional. Bearing in mind they've had quite a few debacles before Ten Hag came in. They had a poor start to the season. This is a very, very professional and comfortable performance from Manchester United. And apart from the weekend where they came undone late at Arsenal, their momentum continues.
And they've now matched the scoreline from the home Premier League encounter just after Christmas. 3-0 in Manchester United's favour.
I didn't like that.
No.
That's not good. That's, you know, it's not good.
Stewards securing that end of the ground. Advertising hoarding previously toppled over. Casemiro. Plenty of red plastic bucket seats now evident in other areas of the ground. The home supporters have decided to depart.
Yeah, they had a bash in the first half. But in truth be told, there's just too big a gulf between these two sides. It's shown tonight in Nottingham. Another really comfortable performance from him. Have you seen him lose a header tonight, John?
No.
Because Stevie Nick has got a bee in his bonnet about this guy. He'll be sat in the studio now mumbling about me. He doesn't like... He'll say I'm making this up.
He doesn't like him because?
I'm not going to put words in Stevie's mouth. It's too small.
Cannavaro wasn't a bad centre-back at 5'10".
He'll be getting ready to come on there and he'll be saying we're talking nonsense. I don't know. Anyway, it was a comfortable night for him. I mean, Sturridge and Johnson they had a couple of bits in the first half, but Lindelof and him haven't really had to do that much defending, to be honest with you. Varane to come back in. It was a stroll for Ericsson. Scored a couple. 3 really good goals, probably should have been 4. Rashford continues his goal scoring streak, so it's been a really good night for United.
Pelistri just had enough weight on it to skip through to Wayne Hennessy. That score notwithstanding, it will be a 75,000 full house at Old Trafford. Next week it always is. And already the Carabao Cup final is looking likely to be Manchester United against Newcastle. Southampton will certainly have something to say about that at St James's Park next week, but Forest looks to be a lost cause. Aurier, Emmanuel Dennis. The game will conclude with a Nottingham Forest corner. In front of a dwindling number of their supporters. Called out by Lindelof. And Michael Oliver brings down the curtain on a comprehensive first leg victory for Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. First half goals from